Hi everyone, it's Cass. Welcome back to my channel, What Cass Read. Today we're going to wrap up my short filming week with my April TBR. Nope, that's not what this video is. April book haul. Oh my gosh. If you guys have already watched the video that I just filmed before this, you'll know that I'm super struggling right now because I have not had any tea today. I haven't had my caffeine. This is probably the worst week of my life to not drink caffeine. I don't know why I decided to make this life choice right now. It was a poor decision when it comes to my booktube filming, but we're gonna do this. So this is the April book haul, and it's very short this month. I actually was very good about buying books. I only have a few, and that's because I feel like I've been cultivating my bookshelf and I got rid of a bunch of books, I hauled a bunch of books, and now the books that are on my shelves are really good. They're all books that are really exciting for me. They're all books that I want to read. Let's get this thing going because I think I need to go to Starbucks immediately after I finish filming. Okay, so the first set of 4 books that I hauled, I already previewed this, gosh, what video was it? If you had watched my videos from last week, I did my auto-buy SFF authors for the BookTube SFF Awards, and these 4 books managed to make it in that video. But I had just finished up Soulless, written by Gail Carriger, which was one of the books that I read for the OWL's readathon for the month of April. But as soon as I was done with that, I was like, I need to read every single thing that Gail Carriger has ever written, and I immediately went to Amazon. I had no filter, and I just bought the rest of the series. So that consists of Changeless. This is book number 2 in the Parasol Protectorate series. This follows Alexia Terabati, and this series is best described as like a steampunk fantasy of manners, historical fantasy with vampires and werewolves. So if any of those things sound up your alley, I am telling you, Gail Carriger, it was so much fun to read. She is funny, and yeah, I immediately needed the rest of the books. So this is Changeless, is book number 2. Book number 3 is called Blameless. Book number 4 is called Heartless, and book number 5 is called Timeless. I am telling you, I have not encountered just like a fun, lighthearted, quick read series like this that I've just wanted to blow through in a very long time. I think that says something about what I'm looking forward to reading in the rest of the Parasol Protectorate series. Okay, the next book that I picked up for my April book haul is Mage's Blood, written by David Hare. This is book number 1 of the Moontide Quartet. If you remember from my March book haul, I think it was, I did a lot of used bookstore hauling, and I ended up finding the second book, which was Scarlet Tides in the series, and I tried to find it in the bookstore. They only had it in hardcover. I looked on Amazon. It turns out they didn't have the paperback version in the United States, and I was like, well, okay, guess that's going to be a book depository find. So that's what I ended up doing because it was driving me nuts having just the second book of the series. This series is one of Kitty G, Caitlin's favorite book series. From what I know of it, okay, so every 12 years, the tides come together where the Eastern and Western world don't have any barriers between them, and the warriors from both sides get together and there's just these great epic battles. So the next cycle of when the East and the West are going to be able to fight is coming up again, and that's how this book begins. It sounds super exciting. Mage's Blood, written by David Hare. So this was a Book of the Month Club pick for me. This was one of my extra buys. I've been delaying and delaying and delaying my Book of the Month Club pick because I just haven't been interested in any of the books that have come out. Finally, a book has caught my eye, and so I was able to pick up The Power, written by Naomi Alderman, as my bonus pick. And so this book really intrigued me, especially because last year I read The Handmaid's Tale, and this sounds like it's going to be a little bit Handmaid's Tale-y, dystopian universe where women have an electrical current power running through them, so when they touch people they can cause excruciating pain and death, and only women have this power. Sounds super fun, right? I think this will be a really good summer read if I'm just in the mood for something a little bit weird. So this is The Power, written by Naomi Alderman. I kept wanting to say Naomi Novik. Whew, okay. So the book that finally caught my eye for the Book of the Month Club, this is Circe, written by Madeline Miller. This just released this past month, and I am so pumped. I actually haven't ever read The Song of Achilles, which is her #1 most popular book, and then everybody has been super hyped about this one. I don't think that you have to read either of them in any certain order because I think they're individual retellings of certain myths. So this is actually a retelling of Circe, the sorceress from the Odyssey, from her perspective. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of retellings. I'm just gonna throw that out there. But mythological, like Greek mythology, really, really speaks to me. So I definitely had to make an exception for this one. So this is Circe, written by Madeline Miller. Okay, that was video number 2 that I struggled through. My apologies. This is why there was no review for this week. I couldn't do it, guys. I didn't want to struggle through it and half-ass it. So, okay. I'll get my life together next weekend. I'll have some caffeine. I'll be popping. I'll be ready to go. And thank you so much for joining me for this short filming week. And I'm on Twitter and Instagram. It's at WhatCastOut. It's the same as this channel, so it's super easy to find. You can also find me on Goodreads. That link will always be down below. Thank you again for joining me this week. You know how these videos end. I'll talk to you later. Bye.